In the dusty village of Kwasau, where the Hamatan wind whispered through the baobab trees, there lived a man everyone called a fool. His name was Sani. Sani wore torn kaftans that never seemed to match. He spoke in riddles no one understood and laughed at things that made no sense. Children mocked him. Women shook their heads when he passed. Men dismissed him with a wave of the hand. Useless man, they would say. A grown fool with no direction. But Sani never argued. He only smiled.
Every morning, while the village men rushed to their farms, Sani walked slowly behind them, carrying only a small calabash. He would stop, observe the soil, touch the leaves, and sometimes do nothing at all. And the people laughed even more. Then one year, the rains did not come. The sky stayed dry. The land began to crack, and the crops started to die. Fear spread across the village. The elders gathered under the great baobab tree to decide what to do. Voices rose in confusion. We must plant deeper. We must pray harder. Let us borrow seeds. Then suddenly, Sani raised his hand, and the whole crowd burst into laughter.
"The fool wants to speak," someone shouted. But the village head allowed him. Sani stepped forward calmly and said, "The land is tired. You take from it every season, but you do not listen to it." The villagers murmured in disbelief. Then he said something even more shocking. "Do not plant yet. Wait 3 weeks. Cover the soil with dry grass and let it rest. When the rain comes, plant only half your seeds." The crowd exploded. Madness! Foolishness! But the village head made a bold decision. Half would follow Sani. Half would ignore him. Weeks passed. Those who planted early watched their crops struggle and die under the harsh sun. But then the rain finally came. Heavy, powerful, unstoppable. Sani's followers planted after the rain, and their crops grew strong, green, and full of life. At harvest, the truth was clear. One side had abundance. The other had almost nothing. The same people who once laughed now stood in silence. Sani, the village head, said, "Why did you live like a fool?" Sani smiled gently and replied, "If I had spoken as a wise man, would you have listened?" Silence filled the air. A man who thinks he knows everything cannot be taught. From that day on, no one ever called him a fool again.